one. Alright, give me a moment while I get everything set up. Alright, one moment. Alright, one moment. Okay. Alright. Okay, sorry for the delay. Trying to get the game up and running. It's having some odd things here. Hmm. Alright. Come on, Steam. Apologies, it's doing a bunch of DirectX first start things. Hmm. Oh, I think it might finally be. Nah, it's still in step 1 of 4. Alright. one moment. Alright, it looks like it's finally running. Sorry about such a delay. Let's... Alright. Sorry that this stream is finally happening well over over an hour after I originally planned it for. Currently logged out online features. Well, that's no good. Don't show that. No, I don't really care. New game, Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age Awakening. Well, I think Origins is the first one. So is the Golden City blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon the world. Tanticle of Threnodize, 813. Oh, something's happening.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven. But instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation.
The
Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race. Warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness. And prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
How dark and spooky. Background, you select determine which of the 6 distinct opening stories you play through. Also fix how characters respond to you throughout the game. See, there's human, elf, and dwarf. Once enslaved by humans, most elves have all but lost their culture, scrounging and impoverished living in the slums of human cities. Only the nomadic Dalish tribes still cling to their traditions, living by the bow and the rule of their old gods as they roam the ancient forests. Welcome nowhere else. Elves can be warriors, rogues, or mages. Dwarf, rigidly bound by caste and tradition, the dwarves have been waging a losing war for generations, trying to protect the last stronghold of their once vast underground empire from the Darkspawn. Dwarves are very tough and have a high resistance to all forms of magic, thus preventing them from becoming mages. Racial benefits: +1 strength, +1 dexterity, +2 constitution, 10% chance to resist hostile magic. Was there an elf? Aha, there it was. +2 willpower, +2 magic for elves and humans. The most numerous, yet the most divided of all the races. Only 4 times have they ever united under a single cause, the last being centuries ago. Religion and the chantry play a large part in human society. It distinguishes them culturally from elves and dwarves more than anything else. Humans can be warriors, rogues, or mages. Racial benefits: +1 strength, +1 dexterity, +1 magic, +1 cunning. No. Yeah, let's do an elf rogue. Rogues are skilled adventurers come from all walks of life. All rogues possess some skill in picking locks and spotting traps, making them valuable assets to any party. Tactically, they are not ideal frontline fighters, but if rogues can circle around behind their target, they can backstab to devastating effect. Rogue specializations are Ranger, Bard, Duelist, and Assassin. Class benefits: +4 dexterity, +2 willpower, +4 cunning. What do Magi are just their own thing. Warrior specializations are Berserker, Templar, Champion, and Reaver. Let's go for Rogue. And their backgrounds are Dalish Elf. Proud of your role as one of the few true elves, you have always assumed you would spend your life with your tribe, until a chance encounter with a relic of your people's past threatens to tear you from everything you have ever known. Or City Elf, you have always lived under the heavy thumb of your human overlords, but when a local lord claiming his privilege with the bride shatters your wedding day, the simmering racial tensions explode in a rain of vengeance. Oh no. That's really... Oof. What do humans have, then? Human noble, born to wealth and power, second only to royalty. You find your training in both diplomacy and battle put to test. Your brother leads the bulk of your family's forces to war in the south. Magi, wielding... Oh, here we go, mage. Specializations include spirit healer, shapeshifter, arcane warrior, and blood mage. Magi is... wielding power is dangerous, is potent. You know, magic is a curse for those lacking the will to control it. You anxiously await your harrowing, the one chance to prove yourself against the demons lurking without and within. Succeed or be slaughtered by the knights who ward against your kind. Dwarf Commoner. Born casteless in a land where rank is everything, bound as the lackey and thug of a local crime lord, you have spent your life invisible until chance thrusts you into the spotlight where you can finally prove you will be defined by your actions or your birth. Dwarf Noble, as the favored child of the Dwarven King, you proudly take up your first military command, only to learn that the deadly intrigues of family and sycophants may pose a greater danger than even the battlefield. I like this fancy armor. You know, I'm not one to normally play a dwarf in games. You know, let's do it just to be different. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. I like this preset. Nice and neutral. Toes. How interesting. This one or this? I like the geometric patterns here. Lots of different colors to choose from. Where was the one that was just like... There we go, just gray. Oh. Kinda like these lines and stuff. Skin tone. I don't know, let's just go for a medium one. Blush color, but blush intensity. Let's just turn blush off. Let's turn lip color off. Eyeshadow off. Hair. Let's change the hair color to a brighter one so you can see what's going on. Interesting. Lots of fairly simple ones. This is very fanciful. Odd that there isn't a beard selection for dwarves. I'm used to dwarves having beards. Let's do this dark brown. Oh, and there's eyebrow options. Oh, there's like 3. Eyes. Oh no, this is so much. There's no eye color change options. Just gonna leave these all the same. Here's portrait expression. What? Odd, the expression changing.
Ah, that didn't work.
How do you do?
Greetings. I have lost the spell.
How do you do?
Damn, lost the spell. Greetings. Ah, that didn't work. Greetings. I cannot cast it!
That's...
Charmed. Ah, there went the spell. Greetings. Oh, my spell! This isn't working. You're in my way. Greetings. Ah, that didn't work. I need some other attack. Move aside.
I guess this, if I'm supposed to be a noble. Points to spend. Well, if I'm a warrior, then I would like a strength of 18, please. Let's get con up to 16. Dexterity. Oh, we can't lower that. Alright, I guess I'll just go 19 strength. Skills. Small bonus to attack. Access third tier weapon talents. Tactics. Gain extra combat tactics slot. Poison making. Survive difficult learning process of making simple poisons and grenades. Herbalism. Potions, poultices, and poultices and salves from common herbs. Survival. Can detect presence nearby creatures. Can make traps. Can steal. Can make coercion. Expert combat training. Warrior. Let's see. Powerful. Reduce the greater health and reduced armor fatigue. Precise striking. Well, it looks like there's lots of additional ones as well. Warrior tries to make each attack count, sacrificing attack speed for bonus to attack, as well as an increased chance to score critical hits, as long as this mode is active. Nice. Dual weapon training. Deals closer to normal damage bonus with the offhand weapon. Dual striking. Character strikes both weapons simultaneously. Attacks cut some more damage, but the character can't inflict regular critical hits or backstabs. Dual weapon sweep. Archery, weapon, and shield. I already have shield bash. Shield defense. Shield block. Shield pummel. Character draws defense success, fears the shield, gain bonus to defense, increasing your shot of missile attacks, but taking a penalty to attack. With shield balance, the attack penalty is reduced. With shield expertise, the defense bonus increases. With shield mastery, defense bonus increases further. Yeah, I like this. Shield block. Two-handed. Let's go shield defense and shield balance. Easy. Pause the game with space to issue orders to your party. You can queue up one action for each member of your party. This action will be executed when the game resumes.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, the larger of two known remaining dwarven cities in the world. Orzammar was once the seat of a major empire connected by tunnels called Deep Roads, which stretched thousands of miles. The city now stands alone, cut off from the rest of the dwarven ancestral lands by the Darkspawn incursion. Secure in Orzammar's impregnable construction, the dwarven noble houses continue their centuries-old power struggles. Assassination and blackmail are commonplace, but the appearance of honor is paramount. You are the second child of King Endren of House Aeducan, the 9th Aeducan ruler elected by the Noble Assembly. You grew up in a world rife with political intrigue, and have struggled against brothers and cousins for honor and prestige. Today, a feast celebrates your first military commission, the opening move towards real power in the ever-changing game of dwarven politics.
Greetings, my lady. You are dressed and ready. Excellent. I couldn't find the armor's matching dagger, but I scrounged up a rather fancy longsword. Do you wish to wear your shield to the noble's feast?
I cannot. It doesn't look like I have access to a menu, so I can't see if there's subtitle options. I wouldn't even wear the armor. No, yes, let them see me as a warrior.
As opposed to the paragon of beauty.
You, my friend, are ridiculous. Close the door. I'll show you a paragon of beauty. Jeez. We've been down this road, Gorham. Let it go, or you forget your place. Been down this road. Let it go.
I know. Lesser family and all that. Moving on to the business at hand. The king expects you to make an appearance at the feast, but there's no rush. The noble family heads will spend hours boring your father with petitions and petty grievances.
What sort of grievances? Or what of my brothers?
Out and about. I saw them on my way here, browsing the shops. As part of the celebrations, permits have been auctioned off to members of the merchant caste who wish to sell wares in the Diamond Quarter. Lord Harrowmont has also opened up the provings for young warriors to test their mettle before tomorrow's battle. Rumor has it that Harrowmont hopes you'll be swept off your feet if a well-placed young nobleman wins the provings in your honor.
Perhaps I'll go win the proving myself.
Win the proving in your own honor? That would be most interesting. Shall we then?
Yes, let's head over to the provings.
With you as always, my lady. The day is ours until the feast.
Okay. Options, main menu, options, audio. Nope. Game, do you have subtitles? No subtitles. No conversations in ambient dialogue, please. There we go. Automatically take screenshots of important parts of the story. That's cute. Okay. Right. Control directly. How do I... Okay, so A and D rotate the camera. Okay, I can zoom up. Right clicking. Less blood dragon plate, massive armor, silverite, tier 6, requires 38 strength. Oh, I have that in my party. In my inventory, I mean. Okay, chest, lesser health. What do I get? Inspect, take. Small grease trap. I guess I'll get that. Dagger. Maul, mace, elm shortbow. Aha. Similar. I thought the things were the controls would be a little similar to the Pathfinder game we played previously. No, it's the X-axis, right? That's horizontal mouse move, yeah. Okay.
Right.
Vanity has 5 something in it. Crystal. Contains an image of the city of Orzammar. How fun. Bust of King Endrin. New Codex. let's check out my inventory here. Iron longsword, 7 damage, 2% critical chance, 2 penetration, 1. Much more armor penetration, much less critical resistance, much less damage. Maul is extremely powerful. But for it is two-handed, whereas the longsword will let us utilize the shield that we spent points in. Ugh. Looks like a helm space. Book. Orzammar History, Part 1. This is a very pretty, just like a little crystalline formation. Reminds me kind of like a fish tank.
Congratulations on being named commander, my lady. Good day, Lady Iduka.
Okay, I actually prefer them like this.
My Lord Balin? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Mistress.
I'm sorry. I thought you were Prince Balin coming down the hall. Forgive me.
Gorm, tell her that my brother's at the feast.
Prince Balin is attending the feast being held in Lady Idukan's honor.
Yes, of course. It was presumptuous of me to think that he would return to... I am sorry. I will show myself out. With your leave, my lady.
Go or stay, I don't care.
Thank you. I will go now.
Just
This should be easy enough.
friend of my brother's dwarven merchant's belt. Increase monetary gain. Well, we'll get to find out if there's any kind of, like, penalties for taking things from people. Ooh, this is very interesting, like, art. This one on the left kind of looks like a face, but it's also just like some trees. It's interesting. Ooh. Some books. A chest set. Pile of books.
This should be easy enough.
And I'm just using the default name. Let's see. Character records, spells and talents, skills, inventory, journal, map, tactics, change party, maybe. What is tactics? Oh, this is complicated. Journal, current quests, premium content, Pride of Anduin. Violet Silhouette says, don't mind me lurking around. No worries. Welcome to the stream. Journey to Soldier's Past. Feast day gifts are available in Bodon store. Okay. We'll see. Something quest codex. Here we go. Culture and magic. Culture and history. The city of Orzammar. We should probably learn about this later. Otherwise, let's just be a reading stream.
I am at your service.
Oh, it's locked.
I am at your service.
They have a short broom with long bristles and a, like, washing board. Maybe they're washing the rugs. That would make sense.
No sign of trouble here.
You sure you want to go to the feast now? I doubt we can escape to see the provings once we're inside.
You're right, let's go see the
Can't
provings
wait to
first.
see who's fighting today.
I'm just not certain where they want us to be going.
Your father speaks highly of your skill.
Oh, this would be the exit. No.
Your father has allowed the merchants to show their wares in the Diamond Quarter during these celebrations.
I am at your service. No sign of trouble here.
Not sure why that one's name is yellow instead of...
I'm sure we can work this out reasonably. It's in the records. There's nothing I can do. Please, Master Volney. My work is accredited by the Shaper.
These books are lies written by the enemies of House Volney.
I write only what I find in the ancient records. Lady Iduken, you can vouch for my work, can't you? Your father loved my History of Iduken, Paragon King, Peacemaker.
What's going on in here? Gorm, does this scholar truly have my father's favor?
The king, as well as several other lords, are quite fond of his work. He writes of the ancient paragons.
This worm has written a book that slanders my house.
What does it say?
It doesn't matter, it's all lies.
Tell me what it says, scholar.
My work tells the stories of all those raised to paragons in the last 500 years. When the Assembly names a paragon, that man or woman is then, by definition, everything one can aspire to be in the world. They form their own noble houses and are revered as living ancestors. But paragons start off as men.
Volney was more than a man.
What was Iduken like before he was a paragon?
Iduken was much loved, but he was still a man. He was plagued by melancholy, and his fervor regarding Orzammar's safety bordered on obsession. When Iduken was proposed as a paragon, only one lord in the assembly objected. The others savagely hacked him to death. Iduken's motion passed without a single dissenting vote.
Unlike Volney, is that what you mean, old man?
Volney became a paragon by the narrowest margin in history. One vote. A vote mired in rumors of intimidation, intrigue, and outright bribery. The records of that vote are kept in the Shaperate and are a matter of fact. Not liking history doesn't make it any less true.
Well, true or false, the paragon's reputation must be protected.
Exactly. Just because it happened doesn't mean it's the truth, old man. Your Highness, allow me to kill this worm for his disrespect.
No, I trust he's learned his lesson here.
You would have me write lies? Just to appease some idea about honor?
Well, they told earlier that honor is... that the appearance of honor is the best thing. Just be careful which truths you tell.
Perhaps I could emphasize Volney's perseverance over great odds.
Would that satisfy you, Lord Volney?
He should be killed. But I bow to House Iduken's fabled mercy.
If he wasn't... such shiny boxes. If he wasn't favored of my father.
The finest in home decorations!
So I pay your exorbitant price, only to end up looking like a poor imitation of Prince Balin. You'll get no coin from me.
But that's not what I meant, my lord. My lord! My Lady Iduken, you honor me by visiting my humble booth. May I show you my wares?
decorum? Why is this man speaking to me? Of course, good merchant.
Please, look as you will.
Glamour charm. Captures viewer. This minor magical charm captures viewer's attention and distract. Ooh, pretty. These are quite silly. Lots of gems and things. Why?
The ancestors have risen her up to join them.
Impossible.
Did you see those noble hunters? Shameful.
The noble hunters are out in force, it seems.
Are they hunters who are noble, or are they hunters of nobles?
Nothing beats a good set of steel cutlery.
Atras Fala, big sister. How surprising to run into you out among the common folk.
Especially since duty requires that you attend our King Father at the feast today. Have you so little respect for him to disregard his wishes on a day set aside for you?
Lord Harrowmont told me we wouldn't be needed for hours at least.
Silence! If I want the opinion of my sibling's second, I will ask for it.
Yes, Your Highness.
I go where I want when I want, Trian.
Your lack of a sense of duty to your house is obvious. I can't imagine why you are receiving a commission. I expect after tomorrow I'll spend much time apologizing to the heads of the noble houses for the deaths of their children under your incompetent command.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it, Trian?
As heir to the throne, it is my duty to impart wisdom and judgment upon those who need it. Now then, you, get to the feast.
Kiss my ass, Trian. Jeez, these options. I'll go when I'm ready.
Stubborn, aren't you? When I'm king, I will help you get over that. Come, Balin.
Well, when you're king, you can...
That was fun. Nothing like being talked down to by the next king.
Perhaps becoming king will calm Trian.
We can only hope. Perhaps we should get going.
Yeah, it's like... Hey, when you're king, I'll listen to you.
My Lady Iduken, nothing here rivals your amazing Iduken armor, but if you wish something made...
You know very well House Iduken has its own royal armorers.
Of course. Forgive me.
Show me yours anyway, merchant.
You honor me, Your Highness.
See, Mel shards, helmet. Gray iron. Looks like gray iron is better than regular
Nonsense,
iron.
woman. Your words bring shame upon our house. See how the edges are rough and pitted? Would you compare this to Bronca's work? Trust a woman to speak of things she doesn't understand. Be quiet.
There's
and pray
a
the
lot of
ancestors deliver
misogyny in
Bronca
this
back
game,
safely.
huh?
What about that one?
I doubt he's up to the task. I'm not going down that road again.
Oh, I would love to end up with a red head.
Would that Sir Blackstone were a noble, hmm? Stand up straight. They're coming.
What?
Greetings, my lady. May I say you look striking today. Is this your paramour? He wears both his band braces, unmarried and eligible.
I'm flattered, ladies, but I'm not a noble. I'm a knight of the warrior caste.
Warrior caste isn't bad.
Tally, we didn't pay gold for these permits to take warrior caste.
I guess you're right. Sorry, sir.
Are you two merchants of some kind?
Not exactly, my lady.
They're noble hunters, my lady. Because a man takes his caste from his father, they hope to bear a noble lord's son. If a noble hunter succeeds, she is raised up to join the house as a concubine to care for her son. It brings new swords to a house, so many nobles look favorably on such women.
How interesting. We could certainly use more Duke swords.
Then perhaps you'd tell your brothers to come say hello?
Tally, mind your manners.
No, it's alright. I will mention you. Or, I'll think about it.
My lady is kind and generous beyond her duty.
So that's what noble hunters are. Beryl has four copper, it looks like. Duster leather armor. And an elm shortbow.
Invest in the next great trade expedition.
Greetings, my lady Aeducan. I am so honored to have you visit my booth. I have a proposition, but I dared not approach.
Yet you dare now.
It's alright, I'll hear him out.
Very well then, speak.
Yes, just so. Here's the thing. What I mean to say is...
It's alright.
Sorry. So nervous. I had a dagger made for you as a gift for your first command. Sent a messenger to deliver the dagger to you. Prince Trian had him thrown out. I don't know what offense he caused, but I had him beaten severely.
Trian had his reasons.
Won't you at least look at the dagger?
No, begone. I'll take a look, but no promises.
Of course. 1,000 thanks to you. Here it is, Your Highness.
That's an amazing piece, merchant.
You do me much honor, sir. The blade has been crafted over a period of 2 years by masters of every art.
Wow.
I wish to bless the lady's first command and hope that someday, when she rules, she will wear it.
Trian is heir. He will rule when King Endrin returns to the stone.
If the assembly wills it. Forgive me, sir, but whispers say the second child of Endrin will be chosen.
Whispers indeed. It's a princely gift. If Trian recognizes it, though, it may send the wrong message. Or the right one, depending on your view.
I'll take the dagger.
Thank you. You bring uncountable honor to me.
What he means is that you'll bring uncountable gold to him if you wear that piece in public.
Noble's dagger. Yeah, leather armor. It's fancy. Plus one electricity damage. Yeah, you know what? I'll wear this great iron dagger. Noble dagger, and we'll see.
Most exotic wares in Orzammar.
We'll see what kind of reaction we get.
Oh,
Magic
Lady
merchant.
Aeducan, here in my booth. I am so.
Oh, it's all sparkly. Oh my gosh!
He's fainted. You make quite the impression these days. Is it hard to be the king's child, never able to just blend in?
Sometimes.
It's the price of power, I suppose. Shall we move along?
Appears to be unconscious.
My lady, are you heading to the proving arena?
Yes, I intend to watch the provings.
We have been charged with the task of escorting you to the proving grounds.
I clean forgot about that. Forgive me, I should have informed you sooner. The king decided you were not to travel through the commons unguarded.
Very well, if it will please my father.
Will we be leaving then?
Yes.
We are at your command.
Wow.
Your Highness, it is an honor to have you here. Have you come to watch these brave warriors do battle in your honor?
No, I've come to fight.
Your Highness, this proving is in your honor.
Then honor her by doing as she says. Lady Aeducan will fight in this proving.
I will honor today's warriors by testing their skills.
Of course, it is well within your rights. Men and women of Orzammar, we have a late entry to these provings, held on the eve of battle for the honor of House Iduken. I give you the Lady Iduken herself! Are you ready for your first match?
Of course.
Let us begin! This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Iduken. Lady Iduken will fight Alair Bimo, youngest son of Lord Bimo.
You honor me with this match.
The honor is mine.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Combat-based during combat situation. Massive battlefield. Scroll. To attack an enemy, simply right-click on them to use a talent, left-click on your quick bar to use it against them. I have shield defense and shield bash. So I will...
Enemy below.
Sustain abilities. Wow, they did it.
The winner is Lady Iduken. That was quite a fight. Alair Bimo is no slouch with that hammer. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Yes.
Excellent. Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Iduken. Lady Iduken will fight Adal Helmi, eldest daughter of Lady Helmi.
You are my inspiration, Your Highness, and to all of us who follow your example and live by the sword.
Thank you.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Alright. Okay, so it's glowing, that means it's active. This dagger has been really useful.
The winner is Lady Iduken. That was a crowd pleaser. I can't remember the last time we had two female warriors of such skill. Sir Blackstone is your next opponent. Are you ready to face him?
I am.
Then let us begin. This is a glory proving. Lady Iduken will fight Sir Blackstone, Deep Road squad leader of the warrior caste.
This is your education, child. Try to learn as you bleed.
I will.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Alright.
The winner is Lady Iduken.
See.
Well done. You have proven that even the best of the warrior caste cannot match a noble Iduken. Franlin Ivo is your final opponent. He too has had many victories today. Are you ready to face him, or will you rest first?
I'm ready to fight.
Of course. It is down to just two warriors.
Glad I found out how to skip
with
that one.
backbones of stone and wheels of iron. They have defeated all others this day. Lady Iduken will fight Franklin Ivo, second son of Lord Ivo.
You fight well. I wish you glory today and glory tomorrow.
May you be as stone.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. The victor is champion. Fight!
Someone else who is one-handing a blade and wielding a shield. Alright, we have brought much glory to our house today.
Congratulations. Franklin Ivo is as fierce a competitor as I've ever seen. You vanquished every warrior of note in today's proving. The ceremonial helm, commissioned by your father for today's winner, is yours.
Oh. I could send it to Franklin Ivo for fighting bravely. That would send... I feel like that would send more of the honor message.
The people will remember your honor and generosity for all time.
Yeah, it's like send it to Ivo. I wasn't even supposed to be here in the first.
Much glory was brought to your house tonight.
I don't need a trophy.
My lady. Your wish
Ready
is our
to
command.
leave. Showed everyone that House Iduken is not to be underestimated, but also I showed generosity by offering the one who would have been victor the ceremonial trophy.
I went to watch the provings. Most exciting.
Alright.
Look, the Grey
My
Wardens
lady,
are here.
my
The raid
grandpa.
tomorrow must be more than a standard mission. The Wardens only go where the Darkspawn are the greatest threat.
Many thanks for your willingness to hear me out, my lady. I wish to speak to you of a matter most urgent.
Oh? Of course, Lord Dace.
There is a vote coming before the Assembly next week. And a word from you could go a long way towards helping our cause.
What cause?
The vote concerns the status of the so-called surface caste. Lost to the stone, air-touched, and so forth. Centuries ago, narrow-minded men declared that any dwarf who left to live on the surface forfeited his caste, and his house if noble. That he was, in essence, no longer a dwarf. I seek only to remedy an injustice, to retie the bonds of anyone who can trace himself to one of the noble houses wherever he may live. Please, agree to speak for this noble cause.
Dwarves shall serve, no longer dwarves now. Of course, it's the right thing to do.
When your father presents you to the noble houses, I will ask for your opinion on the matter. You have merely to say that you feel our surface brothers should be returned their noble rights. What could be more simple?
Let's see. Duncan.
Greetings, my lady Iduken. It is an honor to meet you at last.
The honor is mine, Warden.
I have had the opportunity to recently meet with your father. He speaks highly of you. He says you may be the most skilled warrior in all of House Iduken.
My father does me great honor.
I have no doubt it is deserved. We need more Grey Wardens like you, and quickly. Even as the Darkspawn weaken here in Orzammar, they are stirring on the surface. A blight has begun. Soon the fight must go beyond the deep roads, lest the Darkspawn threaten all the world.
I do not know as much as I should about the Grey Wardens.
You know of our dedication to destroying the Darkspawn, our frontline presence during a blight. What else would you know?
Are there many of my people in the Grey Wardens?
Over the centuries, many dwarves have made names for themselves in our order. These days, however, there are fewer dwarves, and thus even fewer dwarven Grey Wardens. A pity, since dwarven warriors have the most experience fighting Darkspawn.
What does joining entail?
Being a Grey Warden means abandoning all ties to your old life. It means dedicating yourself to destroying the Darkspawn.
I wish I could join you.
Truly? Then I will speak to your father after tomorrow's battle. I have my doubts he will relent, but there is always hope. Until then, good luck to you. Show the Darkspawn what your people are made of.
You're a fool.
What? Who just called me a fool?
Your mother would melt the stone if she knew what you just did.
Excuse me?
Lord Dace is playing you false. Go ahead, be his puppet. Your first command will be marked by every major house turning their back on you.
I'm listening.
Last spring, a guild from the Merchant Caste invested heavily in an expedition with a guild from the surface. Lord Dace backed the Merchant Guild, pouring a great deal of money into the venture. The expedition was a disaster.
So this is Lord Dace's plan to recover his losses?
Clever child. Lord Dace lost a great deal of money and prestige. The Surface Guild has no way to repay the investment, but it does have several leading members who are descended from noble houses. House Helmi, Bimo, Iduken.
The surface trolls return to their noble houses.
You begin to see the whole picture. Your house and mine would be forced to pay the Surfacers' kin debts. It would be a great victory for Lord Dace.
Seems I need to... Fine, let Lord Dace think he's fooled me.
Just so, my clever friend. Smile and nod, and when he asks his question, tell him that the so-called Surface Caste are right where they belong. That should take Lord Dace down a peg or two.
I'll think about it.
Good. Your house's reputation hangs in the balance.
By the way, your kid fought honorably.
Your father is very proud of you. Congratulations.
If it isn't our newest commander.
My king, please reconsider. Trade contracts alone could bring great prosperity to our houses.
Will we really turn our back on our brothers and a potential fortune in cheap labor because of a political technicality?
Denial of the traditions of our people does not qualify as a political technicality. There is more to life than monetary gains, my lords Bimo and Mino. The Assembly of Kal Sharok will respect the rule of Orzammar, or they will rot and die alone, surrounded by enemies.
Yes, my king.
But look, we have company to spare us further wrangling. Atrast Vala, my sweet daughter. How fine you look in your grandmother's armor. I hear you were declared champion of the Provings. I suppose you were never one to sit by when something exciting was going on. Are you ready to be presented to the heads of the noble houses?
Of course, father.
So dutiful. Very well, let us begin. Lords, ladies, grant me a moment of your time. We are here today so I may present to you my second eldest child, blessed by the stone and born of the blood that ran in the veins of the Paragon Iduken. Who would pose a question to the prospective commander? Who seeks to know the prospect better?
I have a question. I seek to know the prospect better.
Lord Dace, head of House Dace, speak.
Lords, ladies, my question concerns the plight of our wayward kin, the so-called Surface Caste. What does the Commander Prospect think is the proper place for these lost souls?
They should be respected, but no more. Surface dwellers are less than men. They are as we are and should have their rights returned. They should be respected, but no more.
Are you satisfied, Lord Dace? Do you feel you have learned something about the prospect?
Yes, my king.
Then if there are no other challenges, I give you Orzammar's next commander. Tomorrow, our newest commander will lead part of a mission to strike a great blow to the Darkspawn. Not only does this recover access to some of our most important mines, but it also allows our honored guest Duncan, head of Ferelden's Grey Wardens, to strike far into the deep roads.
Thank you, King Endrin. While the Darkspawn seem to withdraw, it is only because they are massing on the surface. This could mean a blight, and my men and I will discover the truth.
We are honored to have you with us, my friend. Now, feast, drink, and celebrate, for the morning brings battle! As for you, my new commander, find your brother Trian and send him to me. He may be watching the provings, or getting some rest in his rooms.
Of course, Father.
Walk well, Commander.
I suppose you're proud of yourself.
You underestimated me.
That is the way the games of the Assembly are played. Next time, I will think more of you. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Alright.
I am at your service.
Can I get through here now? Aha, it's open. Ah, fun glowing crystal light.
Let's get started.
Duster leather gloves. Don't mind me just grabbing some stuff. Book. Orzammar History, Volume 2. Alrighty.
I am at your service. I am at your service.
Not sure what's in there, but it's a big thing. This is my room, right? Yeah. Not certain what the X means.
I am at your service.
So you're a commander now, in name at least. Shouldn't you be attending our King Father?
Father wants to see you, Trian.
Of course he does. We must discuss strategy before tomorrow's battle. Balin, stay here and stroke the new commander's conceit if you like. But then get to bed.
All day I've put up with that. You're really great on the nerves.
I agree.
And what I'm going to tell you next won't make you any more fond of him.
something I want to hear.
Probably not. But you need to all the same. Trian has begun to move against you. I never thought his much proclaimed honor would allow him to actually act on his jealousy. Big sister, Trian is going to try to kill you.
How do you know?
I overheard him giving orders to some of his men, and I was shocked. Then it began to make sense. Trian's decided you're a threat to his taking the throne. Maybe he's right.
True. Trian's I'm not the heir, he is.
Trian's the named prince, but only the Assembly can proclaim a king. It would be unusual for the Assembly to ignore the king's choice, but it does happen.
The founder of House Bimo became a paragon and king in one move from the Assembly. He was a commoner.
That was an extraordinary case, but at least a half-dozen times the Assembly named a lesser family member, or even someone from another house, as king. Twice, it was a woman.
So Trian thinks the Assembly would prefer me.
Look at it from his perspective. You're more personable than he's ever been. You entered the provings held in your own honor just for glory and to please the crowds. If you win glory against the Darkspawn tomorrow, it will only strengthen the case for you as the next heir. Trian Fear's father will replace him on the spot. If not, the Assembly will surely turn against him when father dies. You know his pride will never allow him to step aside.
What should I do? I won't fight Trian.
You're my elder. I'll respect any decision you make, but please be careful. I don't want to lose my dearest sister.
Glad for your concern, Balin. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm taking your place as father's second, so I'll be at hand tomorrow. For now, try to get some sleep.
May the Paragon smile down on you.
Alright.
Trian and his men will clear the way for the Grey Wardens to descend into the easternmost caverns. Those caverns are still infested by the worst of the Darkspawn. We cannot risk our own troops in there.
Understood, Lord Haramont. We should be able to sense the Darkspawn and avoid them once the way is open. May the Paragons favor you, and the stone catch you if you fall.
Come then! Glory awaits!
Balin, you and your men will second the king, clearing the main road.
Don't you think it looks a little cowardly to allow these humans to take our place where the fighting is thickest?
Are you questioning the battle plan?
Of course not. I'm sure your caution is for the glory of us all.
Enough, Balin. Take your men and make ready. Haramont and I need to have words with your sibling.
Good luck, my sister.
Your father has a special mission for you.
In the eastern deep roads, there is a secret door carved into the stone.
The door leads to a Taig, abandoned long ago by your ancestors. The Darkspawn have made it impossible to reach it.
My father believed that the shield of the Paragon Aeducan remains in that tide, under the stones of the central room. Reclaim the shield, and glory will be yours.
To glory.
We've sent 2 scouts ahead to make sure the tunnels are cleared. But be careful. One of the scouts will meet you at the first crossroads you come to. The second will be further in. When you get to the door, use your signet ring to open it. Questions?
No, I'll be back shortly.
Very good. The crossroads where you meet the first scout will be the rendezvous point. There you can present the shield to the lords and demonstrate the strength of Aeducan.
May the ancestors watch over you, my child.
Alright, we're in the ruined Taig. Oh no, spider webs.
Right.
Stay still.
Only one shot.
Codex update on giant spiders. Oof. Genlock. Strange goblin-y looking darkspawn. So much for, yep, Crossroads. Alright. Good to know. There's almost certainly going to be lots of enemies here. That's Franklin.
Made it, Commander. Did you run afoul of any darkspawn?
A few. They weren't organized.
Still, that was more than we expected. Once I finished scouting the tunnels, I hid here to avoid the darkspawn. Most tunnels are dead ends. The one we want is swarming with those fiends. It's going to be a fight.
Weren't you at the proving yesterday?
I was, indeed. Your gift of the helm was amazingly generous. I will treasure it always. May today's battles bring us even more glory. I'll take rear guard. Shall we move?
Yeah. Let's see. This winding tunnel, where does it go?
This should be easy enough. As you wish.
Down with you.
Alright.
We should hurry.
This should be easy enough.
Small darkspawn shield.
This should be easy enough.
Alright, let's see.
You're here. I thought the darkspawn had got you for sure.
I'm not that easy to kill.
And I'll make sure I'm behind you if we're swarmed. We want the tunnel ahead, but there are darkspawn tracks all over it. Be careful.
Let's get moving then.
I'm with you.
There's so many tunnels here. Shield bash.
On it.
Genlock Alpha. Alright. These are some fun dwarven statues. Aha.
Looks like someone beat us to the door.
This darkspawn body is still fresh. Whoever opened the door is most likely still in there.
killed the Darks, they had to have an Idukan signet ring to get in.
It could have been stolen. Recently, or generations back.
Or it could be an ambitious cousin out for his own glory.
We'll see soon enough.
Understood. Let's move, men.
Killing the Darkspawn does not necessarily make them allies to us. Whoa. It's really fancy.
So glad you could finally join us. We feared you'd gotten eaten by Darkspawn. Turns out the shield isn't quite as easy to retrieve as I was led to believe. I wager you know where it is, though. So maybe you tell me where it is, and I don't let my boys have to go at you before I kill you.
Shield's a metaphor, it's in all of us. Shield's another form of it. Who are you? How did you get in here?
I'm your better, that's who. And as to how I got in, that's a question you'll have to ask the stone after I butcher you. Now where's the shield?
Persuade. Tell me how you got in. I'll tell you where the shield is.
Bit for bite, huh? Both of us banking on killing the other and losing nothing by the telling? Very well. One of Prince Trian's men brought me this ring. It opened the door just fine. Now where is the sodding shield?
I'll whisper it to your corpse.
Just kill them, boys. We'll find this shield on our own.
Oh.
Enemies approaching.
Got you to tell me.
Show them no mercy.
Got you to tell me how you got here. So, Prince Trian. Oh no. Idukan signet ring.
Really Trian's signet ring?
Yes, my brother's been sloppy this time.
It would have been a major victory to get the shield first, but he showed his hand and failed. The first way we can hurt him is to find that shield ourselves.
My thoughts exactly.
You have your orders, boys.
I found a take all button.
As you wish. Let's get started. Right. Let's get started.
Honor and glory.
Interesting. Alright. Aha, there we go. Deep stalkers. They look like weird little dinosaurs with weird mouths. Crossbow and ice bolts. Ooh. Alright. Let's see. This can be... Looks like both these might be able to be opened, or they might just be dead ends with rocks to give the appearance of being closed. Entirely certain what the X's mean. Crossroads. Oh, okay, X is a crossroads. Neat. this is... This is, that part that we got into, before. It all loops around. Yeah, I recognize this from this side now. So we opened up a shortcut is what we did. That's a dead end. And this way was a dead end, but now we have... No, let me... Yeah, I'm going on the wrong one. This way was a dead end, but now we have opened it up. Some lava behind those rocks. That Darkstalker had a poultice. Alright, let's see. Let's go into this building. Oh no, puzzle.
This is the room. How do we get the shield?
Okay, I'll figure it out.
You two, see if you can spot anything. It seems some of these tiles are different from the others.
Move here, please. And you move here. There's an indentation in here that seems to match the Idukan signet ring perfectly. Press your signet ring against the indentation. Continue. Idukan shield.
That's it. We've got it.
Doesn't look like much. The skill of our crafters has come far since then. But still, the shield of Idukan.
It's a symbol, that's all.
If it helps rally the troops, it's a good thing.
Enough talk. Where is the rendezvous?
Back in the direction we came from, at the crossroads.
To the crossroads.
I hope I didn't accidentally skip a really cool cutscene. Suppose that's fine if so. Armor. Plot items. Okay, didn't look like it did much of anything. Alrighty. Everybody come with me.
Let's get started.
Did you hear that?
Darkspawn approach.
See more of those
Ah,
mercenaries?
jeez.
Or Darkspawn.
It's silly how they have like arrow. Everyone's got arrows sticking out of them. Alrighty. Now to move back to the crossroads. Ooh. Ah, yeah, I can check out the places that are dead-ended.
If Dream were really scheming against us, this would be the perfect place for an ambush. We've We've got the shield, and we're all alone out here.
I'm ready for anything.
What's that you're muttering about?
Family business.
Uh-huh. All right, then.
What was that scream? Like multiple characters dying at once. Ah, this is what it was.
By the stone, it's Trian.
It must have been a Darkspawn attack. This doesn't look like Darkspawn. No bites, no scratches, no mutilation.
Be careful, the murderers may still be around.
Someone's coming.
Hurry, Father, before it's too...
By all the ancestors, what has happened here?
It seems we weren't fast enough. Balin was right.
Oh, Balin.
My daughter, tell me this isn't what it looks like.
We just got here a moment ago.
Just long enough to slay Trian.
My lady is innocent.
Sir Gorham, your loyalty makes you a useless witness. It falls to others to tell the story. You, Scout, what happened here?
Trian and his men were here early. It seems they'd done battle with the Darkspawn. Lady Aydukin came up to them all friendly-like, but when we got close, she ordered us to attack.
That's a lie.
Then we shall discover the truth.
Frandlin Ivo, you are a good and noble man. Did the scout speak the truth?
He did, my lord. It was terrible.
You too?
Trian didn't stand a chance. Afterward, my lady stripped his signet ring.
You treacherous bastard!
After everything I did for you at the
Do you
arena.
have anything else to say, my daughter?
It's Balin. He's behind all of this.
The Assembly will see through you. Everyone knows I was Trian's faithful second.
Bind her. She will be judged before the Assembly. To Orzammar.
A tragedy. So now I have lost everything.
Got 10 minutes, sir. Orders and all. You understand?
Of course. Leave us alone, will you please?
I
would have come sooner had they allowed it. How are you?
I'm Gore. You?
I could be better. I have bad news, though. The Assembly isn't going to call for you. Balin has taken Trian's place in the Assembly. He introduced a motion to condemn you immediately, and it easily passed. He had fully half the Assembly ready to vote on something completely against tradition and justice. He must have been making deals and alliances for months, if not years.
So what happens now?
The Assembly has already sentenced both of us.
What's going to happen to you?
My knighthood will be stripped, my name torn from my family records. But I will be allowed to attempt some sort of life on the surface. Lord Harrowmont moved for a similar exile for you, but Balin's supporters overwhelmed him. You were to be sealed in the deep roads to fight Darkspawn until you were overwhelmed and killed.
What does my father say about this?
Lord Harrowmont says the king is taken ill. He couldn't bear losing 2 of his children at once. Lord Harrowmont gave me access to see you so I could tell you this. Duncan and the Grey Wardens are still in the Deep Roads, in tunnels connected to those you are to be left in. If you survive long enough to find the Grey Wardens, you may be able to escape with Duncan.
Duncan said he'd asked my father if I could join the Wardens.
Well, perhaps this was meant to be. If you can find them, I'm sure you can join them and escape the Deep Roads.
How do I find the Wardens?
They're down there somewhere. It's just a matter of surviving long enough to track them. I begged to go with you and fight at your side, but Balin's pet nobles wouldn't hear of it.
I wish you were going to be at my side as well.
I'm going to try to go to Denerim, the human capital. If you make it out, find me.
Goodbye, Gart. Count on it.
Our time is up. May the Paragons guide your sword and the stone hold you up.
The same to you, my friend.
I will always be your man, my Lady Aeducan.
They are ready for you now. Here is the prisoner, Lord Harrowmont.
Having been found guilty of fratricide by the Assembly of Orzammar, you are hereby sentenced to exile and death. Your name is from this point forward stripped from the records. You are no longer a person, nor a memory. You are to be cast into the Deep Roads with only sword and shield. Dare to redeem your life by fighting the enemies of Orzammar until your death. Do you have anything to say before the sentence is carried out?
Balin will destroy you, just as he did me.
I understand your anger. You should have been allowed to defend yourself. Had I the power to stop this, I would have. Look me in the eye and tell me you didn't do this. For your father's sake.
I didn't drop that, old man. I didn't kill Trian.
I believe you. That means Balin planned this from the start. Believe me, I will spend the rest of my days making sure Balin does not profit by his deeds. Your father asked me to give these to you. His sword and shield are of fine dwarven make. Strike a blow at our enemies.
Tell my father I went to a war. Here's stuff.
I will. Open the doors and let the condemned walk through. May the stone accept you when you fall.
Have fine dwarven blade. Blood dragon plate still at some point. So much for that fancy, the fanciful. Kind of silly how I'm like all hunched over. Just trying to figure out where I was going. Here we go. It's too bad I lost that fancy dagger and my really fancy armor. At least I can wear studded leather armor now. Alright.
Come now, defend yourself.
Big ol' sword.
A little friend. I can get by.
Dead dwarf. Nice leather gloves. And crate and chest. Oh, I can't get off here. Ow.
This should be easy enough.
Insufficient skill. I have no skill in lockpicking. Darkspawn corpse, what have you got? 20 fire arrows, wow. It's really fancy.
As you wish.
Silly little things.
On it.
Skeleton. Alright. I guess we get to join up with the Grey Wardens after all. Silly host Genlock was just kind of walking around the corner, minding its own business, and it was like, oh, I should do something here.
Let's get started.
Superior Dwarven Guard Armor. Great Iron needs 20 strength. So I need to gain an extra strength point, then I'll be able to wear it. Ah. Okay, I haven't missed any. Dwarf corpse and dead dwarf. I like that there's apparently a difference between that. Okay, dwarven armor boots. Let's take our dwarven armor. Sword, great sword. Long sword's probably better. What's the battle axe do though? Two-handed. It's real powerful, but oh well. Glad he went down this way. Right. Oh, there they are.
By the Maker, it's a dwarf.
Lady Idukan, what are you doing here alone? Where are your troops?
I'm Lady Idukan no longer.
Ah, you have been made to walk the deep roads, then.
You mean you were exiled? What happened?
I do not think matters of dwarven honor or any business of ours. You need not answer, friend.
I was betrayed by my brother.
Lord Trian?
No, Balin. Trian is dead.
I see. The brutal intrigue of the Dwarven court continues then. Your father intimated as much. There is no reason for you to walk these deep roads and die for something you did not do. You have already proven yourself both resourceful and skilled, and I would expect nothing less from an Idukan. When last we spoke, you told me you wished to join our order. I imagine this isn't quite what you meant, but you may still find great honor here. As leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden, I would like to formally invite you to join our order.
I would be honored.
Then welcome. We leave immediately for Ostagar to join with the human forces facing the Darkspawn hordes led by King Kaelan. Stay close. There are still Darkspawn around every corner. We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korcari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan. I didn't expect
a royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
I'm Sareda, Your Majesty.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. It's good to see one of the honorable stout folk outside Orzammar.
How much do you know about dwarves, Your Majesty?
I've always wanted to learn more. Perhaps you could enlighten me sometime.
If Your Majesty wishes.
I do. I'll make sure to have the finest dwarven brew brought up from the palace cellars. After we've dealt with the blight, of course. I've been to Orzammar. King Endrin invited my father to a grand proving long ago. How does Endrin fare these days?
I hear the king was well enough when I left.
Good. I hope to work with him as well as my father did. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks.
You're too kind, Your Majesty.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
Sounds like the blight is almost over.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
He didn't seem to take the Darkspawn very seriously.
True. Despite the victories so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Then maybe we should... to move quickly. Why not? He seems to regard the Grey Wardens highly.
Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais. He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
And now... is time to save and quit the game for now. Oh, let's level up. Oh, we have a lot that we can do. Dexterity. Constitution. Oh, we do not have a specialization unlocked yet. So you get level up. So I'll get Master Combat Training. Let's get Shield Wall. Maybe Shield Wall. Two-handed Archery Dual Warrior. Powerful, greater health, and reduced fatigue. Yeah. And the virtual, yeah. All right. Let us save the game. And we will be done for the day. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm really enjoying this game. I look forward to continuing to play more. For now, take care and have a great rest of your day. Bye.